Very good morning to all our viewers. We are coming to you live from the CCC cricket grounds here in Colombo, Sri Lanka. It has been a beautiful morning. We did have a little bit of showers, but as of now, the sun is popping out. It's bright and sunny, and it's hot and humid. And as you could see in the middle, the players, they're all set and ready. We have had the first ball being delivered as well. Well, it's the Suitors Sri Lanka Tour 2026, and it is between Ramlavans and the VMS Victors. So it's going to be a cracking encounter, a 20-over encounter between these two teams. So we do expect that we'll be having a full days of cricket. Well, the weather predictions do suggest there might be a little bit of showers during the latter part of the day. But as of now, it looks sunny and bright.
A very good morning, Aaron, and to all our viewers. It's been a fairly decent start to an opening game here between Ram 11 and VMS Victors. Ojas Mehta has been the batter on strike for the first three balls, and he's been quite on the delicate side thus far. So it was VMS Victors that won the toss. They've elected to field, so a clear plan with them to chase. And up until now, they've bowled at good lengths in the first over. And it's Sunil Yadav that's opening the bowling for them, and he's been on the money. He hasn't allowed the opening batters to get off to a flyer that would have put pressure on them straight away.
Yeah, in fact, he has been decent with his line and lengths. Just the one run on the board so far. Well, it's the 100th tour, so shooters, they have come a long way, traveling around the world. The corporate professionals getting together, playing some quality cricket, enjoying themselves, touring around the world, exploring the world while enjoying this beautiful game. Good shot, but straight back to the bowler. No run added to total. So far, it has been a very decent over, a very good start by Ram Levins.
Sunil has been on the money from the get-go, hasn't he, Aaron? He hasn't given the batters anything to work with, no room, and definitely not allowing the batters to get underneath the ball. So he's stayed true to his line and lengths and hasn't moved too far away from the stumps. That time a wide called, so the second run on the board for Ram 11. A rare loose ball from Sunil Yadav this over. He's been attacking the stumps on every single occasion until that ball, so I'm sure he'll not look to be too expensive this ball. Just there and thereabouts, has been all over. So just a single of the last ball. It's 3 for no loss after the first over.
Oh, so they're just playing one end of the ground. They're not
No, they're
changing.
gonna go 4 overs from this side, then six, then
Ah.
six, and then four. So
Oh,
10
right.
each side will be equally divided.
All right.
Because if they keep changing every over, they might
Takes
take a
time.
lot of time.
Yeah, yeah. Agreed, agreed on that. That's
And
neat.
also, first 4 overs are the power play.
Okay.
Then later 2 overs power play, the batting team can decide between 11th and the 20th over.
Okay.
In case if they don't decide, the 19th and 20th will automatically become the.
Automatically ready. Okay. 1 over done. 3 runs on the board for the Ram 11s. It has been a decent start by the VMS Victors, winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. They've kept things tight so far. Well, it's the 10th year of Suitors and the 100th tour. So that's a milestone. Quite a long way they have come so far. First delivery of over number 2 sprays it outside the off stump. One more run added to total. Tries to flash outside the off stump. Well, just to give you a little bit of insight about how this game would run across. The first 4 overs will be mandatory power play. And then there'll be 2 overs where the batting side will have the liberty of choosing it between over number 11 and 20. And in case they do not take it, the 19th and the 20th over will be called as the batting power play by the umpires.
Not the most attacking starts for Ram 11. They haven't looked to be too attacking, and what they've decided to do is probably see off the first couple of overs and maybe then get into the power play in the latter 2 overs. So Rahul Singh to continue with the second over for the VMS Victors, and how good have these opening bowlers been? A single down to third man of the bottom edge of the bat. So they've been there and thereabouts for most of the occasions. They haven't allowed the batters to work with any sort of room. And that's been a major, major turning point, talking point, in fact, in the opening parts of the game. And a perfect opening combination for VMS Victors with a catch and opportunity, but just short of the fielder at third man. Had everyone on the edge of their seats. Could have been very different had the ball carried. So as I was saying, it's been a perfect opening combination for VMS Victors. They've got a right arm medium pace and a left arm medium pace. And what they've done continuously, consistently, is hit the deck. I'm sure Dun Somia and Ojaz Mehta will look to find some sort of opening as it is another wide ball from Rahul Singh. He's bowled 2 to 3 wide balls this over, and that has been the major scoring opportunity for Ram 11s as well. That has talked how the runs have dried up for the Ram 11s. Another very good ball from Rahul Singh. He's been in that corridor. He's been troubling the batters on every single occasion. He's stayed true to his line and length. He's been wavered on 2 to 3 occasions, but apart from that, he's been on the money. Another one. Right on the money. Nothing for the batters to work with. After 2 overs, Ram 11 are 7 for no loss.
We're done with 2 overs, 7 runs on the board so far. It has been a very good start by the VMS Victors. As we speak, he sprays down the leg side, and one more extra total added. It has been a quiet start. Well, there have been a couple of wide deliveries which has been offered, but apart from that, the line and the lens have been very tight. Oh, cuts it. Beautiful. Lovely piece of timing. That'll be the first boundary for the day.
Finally, an opportunity for the batters to work with, giving a little bit of room to Ojas Mehta, who finds the middle of the bat and pierces the gap with immense precision to bring the first boundary for the Ram 11s. And finally, some sort of relief for them. They've been cornered and dubbed down, in fact, from the 2 opening bowlers.
Oh, cuts
But
it.
they've got an
Beautiful.
opportunity
Lovely
to
piece
restart.
of timing.
And
That'll be
not the cleanest of connections on that occasion, finding no man's land to just escape. So another 2 on the board for Ram 11s.
Yeah, the intentions are clear, isn't it? The batters, they're trying to go after the bowlers now. Couple of overs, they gave themselves a chance to settle in. And now they believe with just the 2 overs left in the power play, try and throw the kitchen sink at it. But just try and give yourself a little bit of time to adapt to the conditions and get to know the pace of the wicket, and then you'll get that opportunity eventually to go after the bowlers. But being the shorter format of the game, as batters, you're compelled to go after the bowlers. Outside edge, or was it on pads? Half-hearted appeal will be given us extras by the umpire.
Intentions are clear from the 2 batters. They maintained a fairly decent approach for the first couple of overs, and now the shots are starting to come from the 2 openers. It's been Ojas Mehta that's led the charge in the early balls of the game, while Dunsomia has still found the instinct to go after the bowlers. Sunil Yadav hasn't done a lot of wrong. He's gone wayward just that slightly for Ojas Mehta to work it through the gap. An opportunity for the Yadav to finish well. And he does. Brilliant bowling from Sunil Yadav to finish the over. I believe there's 1 ball left. So my apologies, it wasn't the end of the over. Was deemed a wide from the umpire. And a slower ball from Sunil Yadav on this occasion for Dunsomia to work it down towards square leg and turn strike. So that's the end of the 3rd over. Ram 11s are 17 for no loss. So Rahul Singh to continue for VMS Victors. Bowling left arm paces had a great amount of control, just conceding the 4 runs in his first over. Will look to replicate as he drifts a bit down to the leg side as there's no one behind. Short fine leg as that drizzles towards the boundary. The first 4 for Dun Somia will look to replicate. And he starts the over well, a bit down to the leg side as there's
no one
as
behind
they score the second boundary
short
of the day.
fine leg.
Outfield here at the CCC grounds in Colombo. Yes, there was a little bit of shower this morning, but still, once you get past the 30-yard circle, it's always runs on offer. So as batters, you have full value for the shots that you play. Final over of the first power play. Oh, lovely comeback. Brilliant comeback. No footwork on that occasion. Just trying to poke his bat outside the off stump. Beats the outside edge.
A lot of batting to come for Ram 11, so they've got nothing to worry about. We're into the final over of the first power play, and the two batters haven't really troubled the opposition as they scamper through for a bye. Very sloppy from the wicketkeeper. This isn't what VMS Victors and their bowlers require, as they cannot afford to let those easy runs get away from them. This will be a matchup. Ojas Mehta against Rahul Singh. We know the aggressive approach that Mehta brings as he looks to swipe that one across. Fails, but intention's clear.
Yeah, just realizing that it's the final over of the power play. The two batters trying to go after every delivery, as they should be doing. They haven't lost a wicket yet, but they'll be a little bit concerned about the run rate at this stage. Probably would love to score around 130 to 140 runs, maybe under the 20 overs. Well, the umpire will have a little bit of exercise as he has been this morning so far. One more extra added to the total. Well, it has been the 6th tour by suitors to Sri Lanka so far. Overall, it has been the 100th. Good to see these corporate professionals getting together, touring around the world, enjoying themselves, playing this beautiful game of cricket. And why not make that come back to Sri Lanka? Walks across the stumps and hoiks it. Will land in no man's. And that'll cross over for a boundary. 4 more runs added to the total.
Ojas Mehta tried to
Walks
do that
across the
Earlier
stumps
in
and hoiks
Sunil
it.
Yadav's over, but only managed to find no man's
Will
land. But on this
land in
occasion,
no
he gets
man's.
just enough connection for the ball to skip away for a 4. And like I said, a very interesting matchup. Ojas is naturally aggressive, and you can see it from the positions he gets himself into. And Rahul Singh hasn't been the most accurate. He's been a culprit of being a little wayward. Nonetheless, Ram 11s are slowly but surely getting into this innings, as Ojas Mehta drops the bat for a quick
He's
single. So
been
this is very good batting
a
from him.
culprit
Hits a four
of
and then gets through to the other end.
being
It's very crucial that he plays deep into Ram 11's innings, because if he does, they're going to get a very decent total. Rahul Singh looking to finish his over well, and he does. Somia looking to cut that, but that was way too close to cut, as Ram 11's are 29 for no loss after 4.
हॅलो ऐक ना इकडे वरती 5-6 बॉटल आण ना पाण्याची कॉम्बिनेटर लावावेत आणि फक्त थंड असेल तर ते पण आण साधं पण आण ठीक आहे हा 5-6 नाही कॉम्बिनेटरला पण आण पाहिजे वेगळं तर मी पण आणेन. If you want, we've got tea coffee over there down in the pavilion. So if you want, one by one, you can go and have tea coffee. Okay.
So they'll send us the water bottles here, or
Water, she's getting it up over there.
okay. Tea coffee is
For
over
tea
there.
coffee, if you want, you can go upstairs.
It's underneath or that
It's over there, between the dugouts.
Between
the pavilion, yeah.
Okay. There you go, the umpire signaling we are done with power play number 1. So now the fielding team will have the liberty of spreading the field out. And equally, the batters will have that opportunity of milking those singles, hitting those gaps, try and keep the scoreboard rotating. Well, the boundaries might dry up a little bit. They would have loved to have a little bit of extra runs during the power play, just at 29, but still 7+ runs per over. They would be happy with that on scoreboard without losing a wicket.
Certainly a run, and they've gotten themselves into a very good position as VMS Victors look to bring spin. Very lucky on that occasion is Oja Smita, that missed the stumps by a whisker. Looking to play across the line, and that was way too close for him to sweep, as that would have been very close for Ram 11s.
Good to see the spinners coming in action, especially in these kind of conditions, especially the subcontinental conditions. The spinners will definitely enjoy themselves, every little bit of it. It's going to be a test for the batters as well. It's not going to be easy for them out there. Just making sure that his fielders are in the right positions. What a lovely delivery. I did mention that the spinners will enjoy themselves, and the batters, they will find it a little bit hard, and it'll be a test. And he gets the first breakthrough, a big one. Castles the batter.
Dun Somia undone with an absolute beauty from Rahul. We saw him bowling to Oja Smeta, and he's done a replica of that delivery as his castled Dun Somia, who looked to play that one late but was only beaten for VMS Victors to get their first breakthrough. Ram 11s are 30 for 1 after 4.2.
An important breakthrough coming at the right time for the VMS Victors, winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. And with the spinners coming in, I did mention that it's going to be very interesting to see how the batters will adapt to these conditions. He's hitting those sweet spots, not giving the batters the chance to free their arms. So usually this is what happens when the spinners walks out. They'll try and keep it in line with the stumps. They'll keep hitting those sweet spots. And you do it one after the other, you'll have that one-out delivery will scream through and get you that breakthrough you're looking for. There you go. He's just making sure that he's keeping the batters in test waters.
What a beautiful over this has been from Rahul. He's varied the pace on different occasions as well. He's gone fast and then he's flighted the ball on a few occasions. So he's definitely playing in the minds of the two batters, as Sushil Patel, the new batter for Ram 11s, as they scamper through for a very quick single. That was a misfield from the fielder at point. If he did pick it up cleanly, things would have been different. But very lucky, the two batters. And a very unnecessary single to take. Hit it straight into the hands of the fielder at point. Unnecessary risk, especially once you've just lost a wicket. As he finishes the over on a high, does Rahul. Ram 11s are 33 for 1 after 5. Siddharth, the bowling change for VMS Victors, as they've finally gotten themselves the big breakthrough. They were looking for that for the first 4 overs and nothing came, but finally with spin coming into the attack. As this one too is high in the air, chipped off a leaning edge, but falls safe. Very lucky, the two batters in the middle. They've escaped a possible run out last over, and hitting into no man's land on this occasion. So the batters have got to be a little more careful, a little bit more cautious, but also they've got to find the runs. Not the healthiest looking run rate for Ram 11s. They had a good couple of overs in the first power play, but VMS Victors have done themselves a whole lot of good by bowling in the right areas and right channels. Siddharth Khadam bowling a very wily medium pace, as the batter looking to ramp that on that occasion. Not getting the right execution. Ojas Mehta has done the bulk of the scoring for Ram 11s. He scored close to 40% of the runs So he's got a long way to go. As on this occasion, drifting a bit too much into the offside by Siddharth. Apart from those good, consistent overs, they've been a culprit of bowling those wides as they'll scamper through for another single. So they're finding the gaps, the two batters in the middles, on occasions, but not often enough, on my opinion. They should be looking to get themselves into it very early on as Sushil Patil gets on strike. As he looks to hammer that one down the ground as it does go over the boundary rope with the courtesy of a misfield. So Sushil Patil, a very strong hitter, hitting that right past the bowler and getting his first boundary. And this will be very healthy for the batters as he looks to give himself room, but beaten by the pace of Siddharth Kadam. But what a shot that was from Sushil Patil. Hits it hard and a bit too hard for the fielder at long on to deal with. As he steps down the track and carves it through covers and places it brilliantly for his second boundary. What batting this is from Sushil Patil. Caressing it through the gap, right between extra covers and a very wideish long off. Timely boundaries for Ram 11s as they've piled up a couple of boundaries this over. As it's the end of the sixth over, Ram 11s are 44 for 1. Rahul will continue for VMS Victors on the back of a brilliant first over. The Pacers have been on the expensive side. They haven't really found the trick of the pitch here at CCC grounds. But a huge appeal from VMS. Unsuccessful, so they're going for everything. The fielding team, and as Aaron mentioned, it will be a good pitch for the spinners to bowl. As he sweeps that, there will be protection in the leg side. So what Oja's Mehta is doing well is his rotating the strike on every opportunity he gets and giving Sushil Patil, the more aggressive of the two batters, the option of striking. And it's come good so far. This will be an interesting battle. Rahul Bhadreshwara bowling left arm orthodox to Sushil Patil, who scampers through for another quick single. Catching the fielder at a gullyish, pointish region. The fielder at point hasn't picked the ball cleanly on 2 occasions, and that has allowed the batters to cross through to the other end, and that isn't what those close-in fielders should be looking to do. If the fielders have picked the ball more cleanly, the story would be far different, as it's It's another leg bye for Ram 11s. They've been on the lucky side, the two batters. They've had everything go with them so far. There have been 2 to 3 occasions where they've been troubled, but not a lot of error coming their way. As Sushil Patel continues to rotate the strike along with Ojas Mehta. They've done that consistently enough. And this will be the approach against spin, and especially that of Rahul Bhadreshwara, who's pulled in perfect lines and lengths. Just like that. Skivel down to short square. As that's the end of the 7th over. Ram 11s with a healthy run rate of 7 are 49 for 1.
Don't speak. Ad. He's playing the ads.
Another single to start things for Ram 11s, and they bring their 50 up in the 8th over. It hasn't been the quickest of 50s, but they've found their way. As Siddharth Kadam continues with his medium pace. Not the easiest pace to work with. It isn't too fast, so the batters don't have to worry about the pace, but let me tell you, this sort of pace is definitely troubling. As he's hit on the pads, Sushil Patel. So boundaries have been hard to come by, just the 5 boundaries thus far, and they've been stealing the runs on every opportunity they've gotten. As Ojas Mehta skies that straight into the hands of the keeper. Nile, the keeper for VMS Victors, doing the work for them with his safe hands, as Ojas Mehta perishes with an ugly swipe across the line. As Ram 11s lose their second just after bringing up their 50, as they're 51 for 2 after 7.3 overs. as that is drilled perfectly through the gap for a boundary to start with for Kunal Pavsar, as he's welcomed the bowler in tremendous style. First ball he's faced is drilled that past the fielder at sweeper covers, and what a way to start the innings for Kunal right after losing a crucial breakthrough, as he's off to a flyer at the CCC grounds here in Colombo. We had a very gloomy start to the day, but look at the skies now. They've cleared up and it's great weather for cricket, as he gets through to the other end right after that 4. So a perfect start to an innings for Kunal. Sushil Patil, who was rotating the strike on every opportunity he got with the previous batter, will look to do the same with Kunal, as things were going very well for Ram 11s, where they had a partnership building up as he charges down the track, but just another single down to sweeper covers. And what they've done really well, have the two batters, is charge at the ball, as that is the end of that over. Ram 11s are 57 for the loss of 2 wickets after 7 overs. New bowler for VMS Victors, Hitesh Gohil. Another spinner into the attack. So with the pace not being the friendliest for the bowling team, they've decided to go all spin, as that's swept into the gap and placed with precision from Sushil Patel. There was nobody in that cow corner region as he caressed the gap absolutely brilliantly. Sushil Patel, with his 3rd boundary, has made sure to keep things going for the Ram 11s, as he welcomes Hitesh Gohil with a boundary. Goes a bit fuller, does Hitesh, as Sushil tucks that one down to fine leg. So they've done the smart thing in hitting the boundaries and getting through to the other end. And on every single occasion for the past 2-3 overs, they've started the over very well. Fuller, as Kunal Pavsar slog sweeps that for the first maximum of the game. And what a hit that was. And look at the confidence this new batter has. First ball he faced, he caressed it for a timely boundary, and he slog sweeps this beautifully. A strong hit for Kunal Pavsar, for him to start this over. The fielder could only watch it sail above his head. And right as I mentioned, steals a single, drops the bat down, and this is what the two batters have done on every single opportunity they've scored a boundary. Goes Fuller to Sushil, who swipes that one to cow corner. So the runs are coming thick and fast for Ram 11s, and what a turnaround this has been. Not the breeziest of starts, but they've surely caught up with VMS Victors. As he chips that one off a leaning edge, does Kunal. Lucky that the fielder was pushed down too long off, so that finishes the 9th over for Ram 11s as they are 71 for 2. "71 for 2 are Ram 11s, and new bowler brought in for VMS Victors, and is not had the friendliest of starts as they get through to the other end for another couple. So 3 runs of the first illegal ball this over, and not the friendliest of starts for Pratik Naik.
I guess they ran for 2 runs.
Huge appeal, but no merit for VMS Victors. They've been forced to change things around by the two batters at the crease, and Pratik Naik replacing Rahul, who bowled brilliantly, as Kunal continues to be aggressive as he drills that just for a single. So they've been playing with the bowlers, playing with the minds of the opposition, have the two batters, and they've enforced changes. As already 5 runs off the first 2 deliveries in this over. And Pratik Naik must be feeling it. Wasn't the best of starts to the over, but he should be looking to come back in this over as the batters continue to rotate strike. As this is very good running from them, pushing the fielder in the deep into doing the hard yards as they swap for another 2. So they've done the bulk of the scoring through the boundaries, but they haven't let running fall back as they've run between the wickets immensely well as he chips that one in the air, but the connection good enough for the ball to sail over the fielder at long off. For a moment, I thought it wasn't the cleanest of connections and it was going to be caught at long off, but that wasn't the case. He's a very strong hitter, is Kunal Bhavsar, and we've seen that on a couple of occasions as he gets his second 6 of the game. A tremendous innings this is turning out to be for the number 4 as he charges down the track and drills this one straight over the side screen. And what timely hits this has been as things are rolling and rollicking for Ram 11s as they are 90 for 2 after the first 10 overs.
So after 10 overs, 90 runs on the board for the loss of 2 wickets. It has been a very, very decent start by Ram 11s. They were quite slow during the power play, just at 29 runs. But since then, they have taken the charge. Kunal Bafsar, he has been the charger in the previous over the last couple of deliveries, going the distance. So he has walked out with clear intentions of going after the bowlers. But they will be very, very satisfied with where they are at the half stage of a game's play. Dancing shoes on again through mid-wicket. They look for a second run, trying to charge the arm, but they're happy to settle down with 1 run. The batting has been good. The openers laying that foundation, and the middle order really taking charge here. And this man on strike Kunal Bassar. He's really taken the bowlers out of the cleaners. Great execution. Very good delivery. Jacked back in towards the left-hand batter. If you're just joining us, it's VMS Victors who won the toss this morning and decided to bowl first. 20 overs per side, the first 4 overs mandatory power play. And then the batting side will have the liberty to choose 2 more overs as the batting power play during over number 11 to 20. So now the batting power play is available. At any given point, the batting team will have the liberty to take it on. They've been very comfortable dancing down the track. Just that these bowlers are not express fast. You always would love to meet the bowlers on midway so that you have that swing through. Smart batting. This is very good. They're making sure that they try and score off every single delivery, not letting one delivery wasted at this stage, especially after the start they have off to. Just making sure to continue the momentum. A good over, just the 5 runs. Good comeback, I'd call it, by VMS Victors. 11 overs done, 95 for 2. Poor delivery. Sprays it down the leg side. Batter would be definitely disappointed with fine leg inside the circle. If he had got a little bit of extra meat on it, that would have been an easy boundary. But they will have to settle down for 2 runs. Sushil Patel, 27 of 19 deliveries. 3 boundaries. Smashes it down the ground, straight as an arrow. What a cracking stroke that was. It sounded so good from the moment it left the bat. 4 more runs, and that will bring up the 100 for the Ramlavans. Very nicely executed by Sushil Patel. We did see on multiple occasions that he is pretty happy to dance down the track. Go short this time. So both batters, they're looking in very good touch. Kunal unbeaten on 30 of 12, 3 maximum, striking at 250. Sushil Patil, he's striking at 155. Oh, goes for the ramp. Brilliant execution. That'll be 4 more runs. This is great skills. Fantastic execution. Just playing the field. Great game awareness. Sushil Patil, he's joining the party as well. Fast outfield here at the CCC grounds. So once you get past that 30-yard circle, you would have full value for the shots as batters. The sun is really hitting hard at this stage. Dancing shoes on again, straight as an arrow. That was really pumped. But protection at deep long off. In fact, that has just crossed the boundary. Will be 4 more runs. It has been a run fest for the past 30 to 40 minutes. They're really taking the bowlers on. And more importantly, just getting used to the pace of the wicket. Doing that last minute change, he was expecting it to be short and he was ready to ramp it over the wicket keeper. But during that last minute change, that completes over number 12. Nelson on the board for the loss of 2 wickets. What a brilliant partnership it has been between these two batters. 59 runs of 27 deliveries. Now make it 60 with that single. They've really charged the bowlers. They haven't let any of the bowlers really settle down. The bowlers have been really taken to the cleaners. Big shots all along the ground. Good delivery. A very, very good delivery. Coming back strong. Shakti Kapoor, he was brilliant in his previous over as well, conceding just the 5 runs. Coming back into his second over. Realizing that Kunal Bhavsar is dancing down the track. He just banged it in. Oh, faint touch. That will have enough legs to cross the boundary. We'll have to just wait for the umpire signal. There you go. Signals leg byes. A rare poor delivery by Shakti Kapoor. He has been on the money this morning. Especially against these two batters. He hasn't really given the opportunity to the batters to get underneath the ball. Wide again. So the runs are coming thick and fast at the moment for the Ram 11s. They're really charging it at the moment. Now, more importantly, it'll be very interesting to see when these batters would decide to take the power play. 2 overs left. Well, I would rather suggest it would be ideal to have the power play on when these two batters are there in the middle because they look in really good touch. They have spent some time out in the middle. Kunal has faced 14 deliveries, Sushil Patel 25. So they're seeing the ball well. So get that power play. Charge it back at the bowlers. Shot and hammers it. Cracking shot, poor delivery. 4 more runs. The runs keep coming. That was not the kind of delivery you should be bowling. That completes another over. 116 for 2. Beg a pardon, 120 for 2.
Sir, I guess one ball is left, sir. One ball is left of the previous over because we've got one white ball after record.
So there was a little bit of confusion. There's one more delivery left in over number 13.
ॲप पूर्ण हे करत होती तसं नाही मग त्याला बोल ना माझा नंबर घ्या मला कॉल करायला सांगायचं
120 runs on the board for the loss of 2 wickets with 1 delivery left. Shakti Kapoor. Well, just a gentle push will be just 1 run. 13 overs completed. 1-2-1 for 2.
Let me talk to him. Why do you want to pass? You want me to pass a message?
Yeah. Just tell him to refresh the app. Like if he pulls down the screen.
0 7 5 5 5 7
Thank you.
7 5 7 2. That was okay.
Now he's doing it right. So later on, just tell him to refresh it because he's putting the score that's after the 4 balls or 5 balls. The teams are getting confused over there.
So
So
he has
once
to
he
update
refreshes,
only when the over completes.
after the over
Yeah.
once he refreshes it, so he can get the final score of the over.
Okay. Hello. I may. He's happy to do it ball by ball. What do you prefer? After an over?
After over, after over.
ලකුණු ටිකයි මේ ඕවරින් ඕවරට මාරු කරා නම් ඇතිලු. ඒක ඔයාටත් ලේසි නේද? ඔයාගේ අතේ ෆෝන් එක 13 හරි. ඔයාගේ අතේ ඇප් එක තියෙනවා නේද? එහෙනම් එතකොට ඔයා කොහොමද ඔය ලකුණු ඔයා හිතින් ගණන් කර කර දාන්නේ? හරි කමන්නේ. එහෙනම් හරි එහෙනම් කමන්නේ බෝලේ මාරු කරන්න. හරි කමන්නේ. So his app is not supporting. His app is not supporting. So he will do it ball by ball. If there is a mistake, he wants us to call it.
So 123. Two good deliveries to start off the over. The runs will continue. This has been a great batting exhibition between these two batters. They really charged on the bowlers. They haven't really let them settle down at all. They're just going one after the other. This is absolutely brilliant. Excellent execution. Six movers left after this one. That's 36 legal deliveries. Maybe another 50 to 60 runs. They'll get close to that 190 run mark. They'll be pretty confident and comfortable going into the break with that amount of runs on the board. They'll feel very positive. So that's the positive side of batting first. Putting that scoreboard pressure. So the team batting second, the VMS Victors, they have to really come out and go out from ball number one. That's not going to be easy for them, isn't it? Opens up and smashes it through extra cover. Both these batters, they're looking in very, very good touch. Now a stroke like that will tell you that the batter is in absolute brilliant form. Through extra covers, all along the ground. Swings it through. Gets it in the inside part of the bat. Disappointed if you did hear that sound from the batter. He was disappointed that he could not connect it clean. That completes another over. 14 overs done. 130 for 2.
Are we playing advertisements in between overs?
Sometimes, whenever there's an advertisement, he'll let you
Yeah,
know.
okay.
So you'll have to.
Pause it, yeah.
Shakti Kapoor will continue. He has been good so far. Couple of overs for 12 runs. Pick at the bowlers, I'd say. They're looking for that wicket. They badly need a wicket now. They're searching for it. Because if these two batters continue to bat the way they have been, they're going to go past that 200 mark maybe. Shot and helps it on its way. Brilliant execution once again. Poor bowling. No one behind square. 4 more runs for Kunal Baswa. He's just toying with the field at the moment, placing it nicely. Bowlers at the moment looks like they're running out of answers. It has been a sunny and a beautiful morning here in Colombo, the capital city of Sri Lanka. We had the CCC grounds neighboring the international cricket grounds, which is the SSC grounds, or trying for that reverse, what could you call it? You can't call it a reverse sweep, kind of a reverse pull maybe against a fast bowler. You hardly see batters shifting sides against a fast bowler. Now that's one risky move. Well, it's the 100th tour of Zooters and the 10th time, in fact the 6th time they're coming down to Sri Lanka. Just to give you an insight about this tournament, plenty of corporate professionals getting themselves together to play this beautiful game of cricket. 7 teams from India and 1 team from Dubai. Parallelly, we have another game happening at the Thurston Cricket Grounds in Colombo as well. So the 8 teams, they have been divided into 2 groups as A and B. This is Group B, and the game happening at the Thurston Grounds, that's for Group A. So currently we have the league stage games happening. Oh, goes for the ramp. Oh, chance at the Patters end. He was nowhere closer. Just needed a direct hit. A very good over comes to an end. 15 overs done. 138 for 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am on that side. You can just search as Iran. URAN. Have you saved it as... Just keep doing it. Hello. ఆయన కలెండర్
138 for 2. Ram 11s. The second power play taken. So these 5 overs will be very interesting, especially with the 2 batters in the middle well set. Both nearing their half centuries, and they've come a long way. It's Rahul's second spell, and he was taken off the attack for a long time, and he'll be continuing from the other end. So these 2 batters have grinded out the innings spectacularly for Ram 11s as they look for another sweep, but only managing to find the bottom edge of the bat as they scamper through for another quick single. Ever since that second wicket fell, these 2 have steadied the ship, and mind you, they've played some rollicking cricket, as that one not the cleanest of connections, not finding the middle of the bat on that occasion. Kunal as he finds no man's land only to escape. So, wonder if that ran away for a boundary. It did, in fact. So, runs coming in thick and easy for the two batters in the middle. As he absolutely hammers that right over the side screen. And that brings up a brilliant half century for Kunal Pavsar. It's been similar strokes throughout the innings, and he's found clean connections on every single occasion to topple the boundary.
Yeah, he goes again. Now, I'm not sure if he timed that right. And finally, the breakthrough has come after a brilliant partnership between the two batters. In fact, it was a 98-run partnership for the third wicket of 48 deliveries. And Kunal Basva will depart for a well-made 52 of 25 deliveries. What a knock it was. 4 maximums and 4 boundaries, striking at a rate of 208. He really changed the complexion of this game. A brilliant knock comes to an end. Ramlavans 149 for 3.
Two plays outside. Same like first ball.
Same like first.
Okay, thank you. Bad check.
Did we complete the 16th over?
A new batter.
A new batter.
Actually, he said bowler by
Yeah,
mistake.
exactly. I was just confused.
Rahul has been very impressive with the ball in hand. He's into his third over, conceding just 18 runs, managing to grab 2 wickets. Conceding just the 18 runs in 2.4 overs. That's a good number looking at the total of 149 for 3 after 15.4 overs. So, where all the other bowlers have gone to the cleaners, he's just kept it tight. First delivery, hammers it down the ground. Will be just the 1 run.
Good morning. I did not see. Because I like you came to hit the
Shamsar is
gym?
not here. He's not here.
You came to hit
Shamsar
the
is
gym?
not here. I did not see him in the morning, Shamsar.
A very good over comes to an end. 16 overs done. 151 for 3.
Sushil Patil completed his 50.
And that's a brilliant half century by Sushil Patil. 50 of 33 deliveries, hanging out there, just anchoring the ship. 7 boundaries, but he has striken well as well. 150 plus strike rate. And after 16 overs, 151 for 3.
Okay, sir. Sunil Yadav, last over.
Oh, there's Ramsey.
He's come now. Morning he wasn't here.
No, he wasn't
Because
here.
I couldn't get I'm late for him.
So he's in the organizing committee as well, is it?
He helps over here in
In Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Ah, okay.
Sunil Yadav brought in for his last over. I wonder if VMS Victors missed a trick with bringing Rahul Bhadreshwara into his second spell a bit too late. He's been phenomenal with the ball. He's picked up a couple of wickets and has conceded just the 20 off his 3 as Sunil Patel clips that. Just a flick of the wrist over covers for a timely boundary. So he's continuing. Sushil Patel rather. So he's continuing on his merry way. He just reached a brilliant half century and he's not looking to shy down in terms of his approach. He's played a wonderful innings. He's got a very open bat in his stance as he is followed by the bowler, but a bit of a misfield down at square leg for the batters to pick up another couple, and they've managed to get themselves to a very good total here at CCC against VMS Victors, who have definitely been taken aback.
Yeah, he has been in very good touch so far. Really taking the charge onto the bowlers. Striking well. 8 boundaries. He's yet to clear the ropes though. Probably with the final over of the power play. Quick running between the wickets. Close chance, but misses it altogether. Three more deliveries left in the second power play. What could Sunil Diwali do here? He would love to at least clear the boundary a couple of times before finishing this power play. Over extra cover. Absolutely brilliant. Long off fielder is running across, but the ball will have enough legs to cross the boundary. 4 more runs to the total.
I don't think that's where he was looking to hit it, Sunil Diwali, but enough connection and enough power for the ball to trickle away for another boundary. So they've been finding the boundary on occasions, and very lucky on that occasion. Sunil Diwali, an inside edge and just missing the stumps. So everything going their way for our Ram 11s. Every time they put bat on ball, they found merry. Sunil Diwali, the new batter, also chipping in with his luck.
Yeah, back-to-back boundaries here. Lucky on that occasion, getting that inside edge. But they wouldn't really mind it as long as the runs keep flowing. 9 of 3 deliveries. 2 boundaries has been scored by Sunil Diwali. 1 last delivery left in the power play. What could he do with this delivery? Quick run. Both batters. Oh, that's a suicidal run out. There you go. Disappointing. He is really, really annoyed with what happened there. Finally, he departs. What a knock. 57 of 36 deliveries. But not the kind of way that you need to throw away your wicket when you are looking in supreme touch. And that completes over number 17. 166 for 4.
Jigar Shah, the new batter for Ram 11s, and Ram 11s, after choosing their power play overs, have lost back-to-back, and both their set batters have been dismissed. Coming into the death overs, and a wild hoik from the new batter, only for Rahul Bhadeshwar to pick up his third wicket of the game. And what an unnecessary stroke that was from Jigar Shah as he perishes in very quick time. He comes and goes as Ram 11s loses another as they are 166 for the loss of 5. Vijendra Yadav, the new batter for Ram 11s, as he comes in at a crucial time. He gets off the mark straight away with a quick single. Very crucial times. This is for Ram 11s. They got off to a very slow start, and they would have been happy with the total they're currently sitting on at the start of the innings, but they've worked hard to get into a strong position. And Iran, how good of a total are they at right now, and what do you think they'll be looking for from this stage onwards as he slog sweeps it? Think it is a drop catch out there at deep mid wicket. So just a single, no harm done for Ram 11s. But they're playing with caution out in the middle. Not a good time for them to lose wickets right now, as it's been well timed over the infield from Vijendra Yadav. He's just walked in and he's played a sensational stroke to start his innings, coming in to the final 3 overs, which will be absolutely crucial for them.
Yeah, all the batters walking in, they're really charging their arms. This is very good to see. Spinners really not enjoying themselves. They have been taken to the cleaners this morning. Sunil Diwali, he's on 10 of 5 deliveries of 2 boundaries. Vijendra Yadav, he's on 6 of 3. Sweeps it and sweeps it out of the ground. Magnificent stroke by Sunil Diwali. Going down on one knee. The connection was clean and playing the field pretty handy.
So 2 strokes of great authority from the 2 batters at different ends. Intentions clear. They've lost 3 quick wickets, but that won't stop them, as it is 18 overs done. Ram 11s are 179 for the loss of 5. Quick single down to short fine for Vijendra Yadav. Shakti Kapoor to continue for his last over. So we're into the penultimate over of the innings, and these 2 overs will tell you where the game will go. VMS victors have come back into the game with 3 quick wickets, but these two batters, they can run away. And just as I say that, another one perishes. Itesh, the fielder at point, doing all the work as Ram 11s lose another. 180 for 6.
The wicket going down at a very crucial time. With just the 10 deliveries left, what would be the total they are looking at? Good delivery. Just trying to keep the batter calm. The new man walked out to the middle. Karakasia. He needs to try and get Vijendra Yadav on strike. That would what be the doctor's order at this stage. Sprays it down the leg side. Umpire will signal a wide. Extras coming their way though. 181 on the board now with 9 deliveries left. They'll need a big finish. 4 wickets in hand. Probably go at every single delivery. Hammers it, but there is protection at deep long off. Looking for a second run. But the important fact is that Vijendra Yadav will be back on strike for the Ram 11s.
We're into a very good game at CCC as Vijendra Yadav looks to exploit the gap down at cover point, and he does it to precision. Finds the gap with style as we look to finish that over, as it will be 19 overs done with the Ram 11s 186 for the loss of 6. The final over of the innings, as will be a wide for starting proceedings in this final over. They need to be careful. VMS victors, they can't afford to concede too much in this over. They've done well in picking up 3-4 wickets in quick succession, as looks to be another boundary for Vijendra Yadav. a shorter, quicker delivery from the bowler and pounces on it with style, does Vijayendra Yadav, as they move on to 190, does Ram 11.
Yeah, Vijayendra Yadav, he has been in good touch. From the moment he walked out to the middle, he has played some delightful strokes.
Right now, no.
No, right? Gaurang Karakase goes big again. Will be just the one run. So far it has been a decent over. Slower delivery. But still, there will be protection. Looking for a second run. Very good running between the wickets. Just to make sure that Vijayendra Yadav is back on strike for the final delivery of the 20th over. In fact, we have 2 deliveries left. 194. Can they get to that 200 mark? A shot away though. Screams it through the covers. Should be at least a couple of runs. The ball will have enough legs. In fact, it'll be a boundary. They get to 198 now. 2 more runs required to go past that psychological figure, you could call it, the 200-run mark. There's been great batting by Vijayendra Yadav. He's really dominated, just putting those final touches.
Two away from a 200-run mark. Vijayendra Yadav is doing all the talking. Gaurang has played a very important role for Ram 11s as well, coming in during the final stages. He's found a boundary or two as Vijayendra Yadav looks to go deft, but just a single down to third man. So 199 they move on to. Rahul Singh's wily left arm medium pace, not the easiest to work with. But these two batters have capitalized on anything too full, anything too short. They've thrown the kitchen sink in this last over, and that is what you'd expect, especially from this ball, as he looks for an old swipe, but just a single down to that fielder in the deep, and they scamper for a quick couple of runs to finish things off for Ram 11s as they successfully surpass the 200-run mark. So it looks to be a run out as they looked to complete the 2 runs. So just the final run on the last ball of the innings. So Ram 11s get to 200. And they've definitely breached that mark, that psychological mark to contend with. And what an innings that has been. These batters played a very mindful game. as we'll be joining the second innings of this crucial clash. Ram 11s taking on VMS Victors. Ram 11s posted a daunting 200 on the board, losing 7 wickets there. The innings was sculptured mainly of 2 half centuries, but now it's time for VMS Victors to showcase their potential. We saw how Ram 11s focused in their innings. So it's been 2 leaves to start with for VMS Victors. We saw that with the Ram 11s in their opening 2 overs, how they managed things, how they were deft in terms of their approach. It wasn't an aggressive approach that they dealt with, but later on they made sure to come back. And this one in the air but safe, looking for that expansive drive early on from Mayank Shirke to be precise, and wasn't what he would have liked. In the end, it was safe, so Shirke getting through to the other end. Ravi Kapoor, the captain. So he's been tentative at that first ball. Ravi Kapoor, I'm sure he'll have a major part to play, leading from the front. 201 the target, and mind you, a lot of it rests on the openers. They need to get their team off to a flyer. But how good has Kunal Bavsar been? He's showcased tremendous potential with the ball after having scored a crucial half century. It was a powerful one. He's got a bit of Sohail Tanvir in his action, and he's been on that good length for the first 6 balls, and a drop catch. An easy opportunity for the keeper. That could be crucial, as that's the end of an eventful first over. VMS Victors are 2 for no loss. Gaurang, the wicket keeper, the culprit on that occasion. He wouldn't like that. He wouldn't like to see a replay of him dropping a sitter. All the batter did was leave the bat hanging, only for the bat to catch the edge, and it would have been a dream start for Ram 11s with the ball. Sushil Patel, the bowler, to start things from the other end for Ram 11s. And it's been an identical start to the innings prior, and a lot will depend on how the 2 batters will look to take the game after the first couple of overs, after they've seen things through. Mind you, the first power play is the first 4 overs, and that's a wild hoik at it, right across the line. Not what you would expect from an opening batter. I know it's a T20, but you need to be getting your team into good positions to be playing those sorts of shots, and that isn't what you'd expect. Sushil Patel should be looking to do a replica of the first over as the keeper comes forward into the stumps, as a huge appeal, but it looks to be dying down towards the leg side. So the keeper coming up towards the stump, indicating that the batters are looking to charge at the bowlers. I'm sure they're well aware of the target. So that will constantly play in the minds of the batters as they get lucky there for an inside edge as they job through for another single. The body language of the fielding side has been jubilant as that was in the air for a moment, but landing safe. So they're playing with caution. The two batters in the middle, the openers, they haven't had the easiest of starts. Nothing to work with. And for the batter, as he gets a timely boundary, a much needed one to end the over, as VMS victors are 7 for no loss after 2. Kunal Bavsar to continue with his second over. Shirki, who got a boundary, is in the other end, and that's a wide. So the runs slowly starting to flow. Not too worrying for Ram 11s just yet, but I'm sure Shirki and his captain Ravi Kapoor have their sights set for a good start. But saying that, Ravi Kapoor hasn't seemed overly confident. He hasn't seemed comfortable ever since he walked in. His flashed the blade right outside the off stump on every single occasion. He hasn't had just like that. It's been the same story over and over again for the 8 balls at his fist, and he hasn't had that leverage of trying something different because of the lengths that Kunal and Sushil have bowled. And another one. So he's not been able to get bat on ball. Has Ravi Kapoor. I'm sure Mayank Shirke would look to cheer him up from the other end, get something going in him. He's the captain, of course, and he's got a mountain to climb. And again, what Kunal Babsar is doing is that he's not swaying from where he is. He's staying true to that good line and length. I wonder if Ram 11s would bring him back for a third, because he's bowling tremendously. As he drifts a bit too straight on that occasion, but no harm done. As the captain is still to find a gap. On this occasion, hits the pads and given. Finally, he wasn't looking comfortable at all, did Ravi Kapoor. And Kunal Babsar gets a timely breakthrough to dismiss the captain up front as VMS victors lose their first and they're 8 for the loss of 1 wicket. Siddharth Kadam, the new batter for VMS Victors, is coming in at number 3, a crucial spot. They've got 193 runs more to get off the next 102 balls, and mind you, that's a lot. Siddharth Kadam has a big role to play as he hits that smoothly. Does Mayank Shirke for his second boundary. He's playing a wonderful role, the opening batter. He lost his captain, but he is definitely not putting a step back. He's playing with the same intentions and is found himself another boundary to get his innings going. It's been in that V that Mayank Shirke has targeted as he looks to go again. Right in the gap. They placed a fielder at long off just for that. But Mayank Shirke targeting that V again. It's been long off and long on 3 successive occasions as he brings up back-to-back boundaries for VMS Victors. Goes full again, but this time, think it is a bit slower this time from Sushil Patel. Good start to the over for VMS Victors. Already 9 of the first 3, and will definitely put Sushil Patel under the pump. Siddharth Kadam gets an edge, a good touch of the leg side. That'll roll away for his first boundary. He's got a strike rate of 400. And what a way to start the innings for the number 3. So the pressure, well and truly, on Sushil Patel. He's gone for 3 boundaries this over of 4 balls. And the margin of error for his is quite large now. So good reply from Sushil Patel. And what confidence does this add to the number 3, Siddharth Kadam? He looks a very good player. Looks great on technique and pleasing to the eye. As he goes over long on for a shot of great mastery. That was a shot of elegance from the number 3. This is what you'd expect to see from any top order batsman, and VMS Victors are all of a sudden 27 for 1 after 4.
Correct leg stump. Correct center. Thank you. Right about Sunil Devi.
So we're done with the first power play. And VMS have amassed 27 of the first 4. A similar story with the Ram 11s, where they got off to a slow start in the first couple of overs, but from there on out it was total carnage. And it looks to be a similar story for the VMS Victors. They've got 2 very good looking batters out in the middle. Both the opener and The number 3 batter looking tremendously in touch. They look in form, and they're definitely going to play a huge role in this chase. Sunil Diwali. And he's met with a great shot of authority from Mayank Shirke as he hammers that one straight over the bowler's head, right on to the side screen. And what a shot that was. What a start to the over. What a start after the power play. Is met tremendously well. The bowler straight under pressure. Exactly what Sushil Patel had to face the previous over, where he was hit for 2 boundaries in consecutive balls by Mayank Shirke, and he's doing the same. Off spin, turning into the batsman. But this time goes a bit too wide. I'm sure Mayank Shirke will fancy this matchup. The ball turning into him, of course. Got a lot of real estate to work with as he pushes that one right through the gap. Looks for 2. Sloppy fielding from the fielder at sweeper cover. That shouldn't have been 2 on any chance. But nonetheless, the batters scamper back for another couple. Shot just in front of the fielder at point. There was turn on the ball after the ball had dropped, but the fielder at point doing well to cover the ball up after having gone for the catch. And a short ball, this time dragged down, dealt with by Mayank Shirke, just the single. So he's gone short after the first ball, has Sunil Diwali. He's adjusted, and he's adjusted brilliantly with pace as well. I wonder what he'll do to Siddharth as he goes short and wide again. This time a bit too wide. Sunil urging the umpire that it wasn't a wide, that the batsman drifted from his stance. But as we know, the umpire's call is final. And there you have it. Goes short, this time goes full. And is reaped his rewards as Sunil Diwali finding the outside edge of the bat from Siddharth Kadam, only for short third man to do the rest. So a timely breakthrough for RMS to get them back into this game. The first over after the power play has favored RMS RAM 11. They've picked up a timely breakthrough. He was looking good, was the number 3 Siddharth. But they've managed to get through. And the way Sunil Devali finishes this over will be crucial. We've got Mayank Shirke at the non-strikers end, who's been on a roll. He's found the middle of the bat on a number of occasions. Last. Mayank Shirke joined by Kalpesh Mehta, who's got a lot of work to do.
हाँ बस 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 तेरे पास ही कैच है कुणाल
Fires it in, looks for the single but denied.
शाबाश यार
VMS
ओजी
victors after 5 overs are 36 for the loss of 2.
इनके जैसा यही है चेंज बॉल है लेफ्ट आर्म राउंड कियो ना फील्ड लग लगा दिए मैं कह रहा हूं लगा दिया बराबर है उधर ही रहो सेंटर करेक्ट या सॉरी ओके 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 लेफ्ट आर्म ओवर टू यू करेक्ट मिडिल स्टंप थैंक यू सर ओ शाबाश यार ओजी शाबाश यार ओजी आओ बोलो 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 बहुत अच्छे कवर्स में भी मार सकते हैं बहुत स्लो डाल रहा हूँ आहा कैच है उधर पॉइंट पे कैच है नो भाई सर जी लेफ्ट से लेफ्ट लेफ्ट ही है हाँ लेकिन दादाजी लेफ्ट दादाजी दादा को पूछ लो शॉर्ट कवर चाहिए क्या शॉर्ट यादव शॉर्ट तू ये ना पुढे पाठी कवर दिले मी कवर दिला ना पाठी हां Really, thanks. चांगली आहे देवली चांगली आहे हाँ पीछे से या तो कैच देगा तेरे को मैं उसका गेम देख लिया है अंकल ये सब पे छाए हाँ आराम से पाटिल तू आराम से घाई मत कर सही है रे आई सोली लाल लाल यार यार मैच खत्म होता है यार पकडायचंच आहे तो गेला मी थोडा बॉल माहिती नो प्रॉब्लम दूसरा आ रहा है आगे हो आगे I will not now. You said I am obedient guy. But my wife watching live. चल 30 गए देखिए राकेश यादव राकेश थको मत वॉक एंड गो नो प्रॉब्लम वॉक एंड गो थको मत बहुत धूप है घंटी ऐसा थोड़ा थोड़ा ऐसा सर मुन्ना हाँ जरी now not getting into protected area I am not like these guys my wife is watching रखा रखा चले चले Right leg stump. Left arm round you. Center.
44 runs on the board, 3 wickets down, 7 wickets in hand. Long way to go though, chasing down a total of 200 runs.
Oila!
Mayank Shrink, he looked good with the bat in hand. Fortunately, run out the previous over, so we need to see another batter who would take that upper hand to try and get the scoring rate up. Shot punched back at the bowler. A tough chance.
Left.
Touch and go there.
Rakesh. Punna. Left arm over to you.
Currently they're scoring at a rate of 10, in fact 6 runs per over, originally requiring a rate of 10 runs per over. As I did mention previously, the singles aren't going to hurt the Ram 11s. Because at the moment, they are sitting quite comfortably. VMS Victors. They need to step up. They need to put their foot on the accelerator. One of the batters need to give that charge. Once again, it has been a decent over.
Oila! Nahi hoga.
Looking for a second run. Looking for a second run. They wouldn't surely want a second run out here. Shot. Narel's protection. A deep Scully. Maybe just the 1 run. 8 overs done. 48 for 3. Vishal Pandey and Kalpesh Mehta out there in the middle. The boundaries have really dried up. Trying to cut outside the off stump. This has been a very, very quiet passage of play here. Nothing happening out there in the middle. The bowlers enjoying themselves. Beats the batter for the second occasion in the over. This is very good bowling. Sunil Diwali is the man who grabbed a wicket as well. He's into his third over. Oh, that hurried on to the batter. That really hurried on to him. Rocking onto the back foot, hardly any timing there.
एक लाइन में
No, thank you. Flat bats it down the ground. That made a cracking sound off the bat. That traveled like a tracer bullet. 50 up on the board for VMS Victors. They need plenty of shots just like that. They need to start using the long handle. Put the foot on the accelerator. Go big. Shot again, this time over extra cover. Fantastic piece of fielding at deep extra cover. Coming back for a second run, but certainly saving couple of runs for his team. 9 overs done, 55 for 3. Is it? Okay, thank you. Hello? Overs name hai. 9 overs 55 for 3. Panas par dunai.
एक बॉल है राइट आर्म बॉल बराबर है
Yeah, he's mostly into cricket. He's a cricket media person. We are almost into the half stage of game at this stage. With just the 55 runs on the board, needing 145 more runs, including that one single. They'll need to go really hard. They need to be scoring close to 14 runs per over. That's going to be a massive ask in the last 10 overs. Well, there are a couple of overs which will be taken as the batting power play. But the question is, can they be consistent? Can they continuously score 14 runs per over onwards the 10th over? Oh, floats it up, inviting the batter to go downtown. Beautiful delivery. Gave it a lot of air. Probably the batter's eyes really lit up.
आई ला अरे देवले
It has been singles all around.
पकड़ा ना पकड़ो
Just not being able to connect it. They need at least couple of boundaries and over. Minimum of 6 and over.
अच्छी है
chances down the track, but slowing it down. Smart piece of bowling. They have been very impressive with the ball in hand. They haven't really given the chance for the batters to charge against them. They have kept it under control. This is what scoreboard pressure does. Rocks onto the back foot and hammers it down the ground, picking the length off pretty fast and responding equally. Brilliant shot. Floats it up again and he hammers it this time. Proper connection and bang he goes out of the ground. What a shot. He was eyeing that direction during the early stage of this over, but finally he connects one. Half stage of the game done. 68 for 3.
We're at the halfway mark, and VMS victors are 68 for 3. They've got to chase 133 more runs in these last 10 overs, and a lot will rest in the hands of Vishal Pandey as he looks to cut that one, but only manages to find an edge towards short third man. So Vishal Pandey has been on the attacking front for the past over or so. He's found the boundary on a couple of occasions, and they were beautiful to watch, especially him hitting that ball. So let's see how these 10 overs pan out and how VMS Victors will respond to whatever's thrown at them by Ram 11. Anil Dugar, the new bowler for Ram 11s, bowling some wily right arm off spin as he dances down the track and looks to hit it straight over the bowler's head, but just finding the fielder in the deep. Not on the full, however, so just a single on that occasion, but intentions from Vishal Pandey seem to be teemingly confident. As he dances down the track too, does Kalpesh Mehta. So 2 singles in 2 balls for the 2 batters after using their feet. And they're looking to target this over, especially looking at the future overs they've got to deal with. But they've got to be careful in not losing a wicket. He looks to sweep that one, not having the greatest of connections, but will run away for a boundary as there's no one behind the fielder at square leg, and a timely boundary for Vishal Pandey, who continues to move in a merry way. And this time on the offside, finding spaces with ease. He's gapping them sensationally, precisely. And 2 boundaries off the back ends of the field. He's managed to find the square leg boundary, and this time the boundary at cover point. So back-to-back boundaries for Vishal Pandey, and VMS Victors will bring a whole lot of confidence. The ploy of targeting Anil Dugar has pulled off as he uses the feet once again for a quick single. The fielder at mid-on seemed very interested in reflecting a run out, but he couldn't gather the ball too cleanly. And that finishes the 11th over. VMS Victors are 80 for 3. Dinesh Yadav, the captain, to continue with the ball. He's into his 2nd over. Went for 13 in his first, so a bit of an expensive start to his role with the ball, but let's see if he can bring about a comeback in his 2nd over. As he goes short, a catch-in opportunity, and well taken by the fielder at long off. Throws away his wicket, does Vishal Pandey. It was unnecessary that he timed it almost too well. It was a short ball that Dinesh Yadav looked for, and Vishal Pandey hit it straight down the throat of the fielder at long off. Definitely not what him or his team requires at the moment, as they slide further into a hole, as they are 80 for the loss of 4. Dinesh Yadav in his comeback over has picked up a crucial wicket for Ram 11. He's picked up the inform batter who was striking it very well and goes full this time. Almost found the gap, did the new batter Satish Yadav, but only for the fielder at short extra cover to save it well. So Satish Yadav, who's come out with an attacking gameplay in mind, will have a mountain to climb as he hits that cleanly. As the fielder at long on collects it with a bounce. So Satish Yadav is looking to use his force to score runs, and that might just play into the hands of Ram 11's, especially Dinesh Yadav, who is looking to fire the ball in. He's not looking to go too slow. He's not looking to fly the ball. Is Dinesh Yadav is looking to go short and fast. And with that, he's picked up a wicket too. But on this occasion, he's gone full. So another couple of runs added to the total for VMS Victors. Lots of open spaces in that region, down at the sweeper cover region. Lots of real estate to work with for the batters to pick up lots of runs. So if they can't find the boundaries, they should be looking to exploit those gaps, exploit those areas where real estate happens to be. Kalpesh Mehta dances down the track, hits it straight to the fielder at sweeper covers once again. So another single to VMS Victors. What a comeback over this has been from Dinesh Yadav. Having conceded 13 in his first over, he's only conceded 3, and he's also picked up a wicket this over. So the captain with his golden arm, as this looks to be another one, and drop chance. Not what Ram 11's need. That was an easy opportunity for them. Had all the time for the fielder at long off to use, but that's a second dropped catch in the innings. Might not be too costly for them, as VMS Victors after 12 are 4 down for 85. Anil Dugar to continue for Ram 11s, as Satish Yadav looks to hoik that over deep mid wicket, but no connection in the end. Let's see what Satish Yadav has in store for his team. Goes a bit short, does Anil Dugar. Only a single for Satish Yadav. It was a loose delivery, but it was fired in fast. Wasn't a lot of time to work with for the batter. In the end, proving to be just a single. So these singles and twos will not hurt Ram 11s, as VMS Victors are still 115 behind. A huge deficit to catch up with. They've only got a bit over 7 overs left. and Ram 11s have seized almost every opportunity they've gotten, except for those two drop chances. Everything that's come their way, they've caught with open hands. Goes full, finds the edge, but to no avail, as it's another dot, a crucial dot for Ram 11s. At this stage of the game, those dots will be of great importance. Looks to go full, dances down the track, but again finds the edge. This time, scampers through to the other end. So, not a lot going their way. Kalpesh Mehta has been at the crease for 20 deliveries. He hasn't been able to time the ball too sweetly to pile up those runs. As Anil Dugar goes short, a slight misfield down at cover point, but just a single again will not hurt Ram 11. They're heavily on the front foot here, and they're leading and asserting dominance on VMS Victors, and that profoundly. Goes short, drilled down the ground, so no harm done, as they're only finding the singles VMS Victors, as that's the end of the 13th over. VMS Victors are 89 for 4. With 13 overs done, and VMS Victors are 4 down for 89. Looking to go big, but another dropped chance. 2 in 2 successive deliveries from Dinesh Yadav's balls. Very unlucky, the bowler. The captain as well, he'll have a lot to say to the fielders fielding down there. It was a tough chance. He had to judge it perfectly, and in the end, not doing so. Another lifeline to the batters of the Victors. As he goes full this time, finding the outside edge. So just the singles, as I mentioned before, on display. So an extra added to the total. These extras have been hard to come by. Not a lot of margin of error from the bowlers as he dances down the track for another single. Those fielders down at long on and sweeper cover have had a lot of work to do. The bowlers have bowled to their fields set, and the rewards have come with great success. The captain goes full, finds the edge, and will be a boundary at last for the chasers as they finally get one over the ropes. Will be 100 on the board for VMS victors, and a timely moment for them in getting a boundary. Goes full and fast. Does the captain, high in the air. But not a lot of ground made from the field, almost purposely not getting to the ball. So that had a lot of airtime in it. Only finding no man's land, falling well in front of the fielder at sweeper covers. Dances down the track in the air, and again in no man's land. They're finding lots of open spaces in the middle. As that concludes the 14th. VMS victors are now 98 for 4.
अंदर
98 for 4. VMS, and as I said earlier, 100 looming. Dancing down the track only for another single. Down to long off. So we're 99 for 4 VMS victors, and it's Anil Dugar to continue for Ram 11s, and he's done a sensational job with the ball. Just the 16 he's gone in his 2 overs prior. Satish Yadav has played runner ball this innings. And an easy run let off from the fielding team. Wasn't supposed to be a run, but a lazy bit of play from the fielding team as VMS victors brings up their 100. Finally, in the 15th over, they've managed to get across that 100-run mark in the chase of a daunting 201. Goes full, misfield from the bowler. Usually the bowlers are very good of their own bowling, but on this occasion, the captain just letting it through. Beg your pardon, not the captain, Anil Dugar. Just 3 singles of this over so far. Goes short, very slow in the air, very slow. And not allowing the batters with any pace to work with. Look, they're appealing for a run out at the the keeper's end, but the umpire disagrees. He denies, as I believe that was Kalpesh Mehta that survived. Very lazy running by the two batters in the middle. Not aware of where the ball was. Kalpesh surviving on that occasion.
देवली देवली इधर आ इन दोनों के बीच में हाँ
Anil Dugar with his third over. Goes a shot. Still just a single for the batters. So singles and twos plenty. But not a lot of boundaries to work with for the two batters in the middle. They've not been allowed to use the pace from the bowlers. The bowlers have slowed it in the air. Nothing for the batters to work with. And they've dried up the runs. Again, chipping it in the air. Finding lots of room, lots of space in the outfield. And another appeal, and this time the laziness from Kalpesh Mehta has prevailed. We've seen him just casually walk through to the other end on a number of occasions. And this time he was just too lazy to put the back inside the crease. And rightfully so, is been dismissed. The keeper and the close-in fielders were completely aware of what was going on. Finally, they have their fifth. VMS victors after 15 are 103 for 5.
वो मस्त आ रहा था ना मेरा बॉल
After 15 overs, 103 for 5. We're into the last 5 overs. A massive ask. 98 runs required of 30 deliveries. With 5 wickets in hand, it's not going to be an easy ask for the batting team. But it has been an incredible bowling performance. Vijendra Yadav. He has been fantastic with the ball. And he gets an important breakthrough. Disturbs the timber. What a delivery, slowing it down. Into his third over, conceding just the 8 runs. And straight away grabs a wicket. 103 for 6.
take a 5 play Center very stop. Left arm out there. Sorry? Left side. But it was this side. This over? Yes. 4 over will be 4 over top. दादाजी
The new man walks out to the middle. Vijendra Yadav, he should be a happy man today. He did those final touches with the bat in hand. Now with the ball in hand, he has been brilliant. 1 for 8 so far. What he's done really well here is he's slowing things down a lot, giving the ball plenty of air, giving that opportunity for it to grip off the surface, get a little bit of bite off the surface.
center very stop. Left arm over.
Keep the batters on the check. 97 of 27 deliveries. That's a massive ask, I'm telling you that. Just checked his shot at the last minute. Beautiful sunny afternoon here in Colombo today. Lovely day for cricket. Course for a slog sweep again, but hardly any pace on the ball. They had to wait and wait and wait until the ball arrived. So that is one area that Yadav has really mastered. Goes downtown, big shot, straight as an arrow. He'll collect 4 runs off the final delivery. Nilsson on the board for the loss of 6 wickets.
Over power play. Batsman and take power play. They don't want power play, sir. Don't make them remember. 19 and 20 will support. Power play लिया ना तो कुणाल और लिया क्या? हाँ. You want power play? तो कुणाल और कुणाल. 4 ओवर कब पे? लेफ्ट आर्म राउंडर सर हाँ थर्डमैन अच्छा 2 बाहर है
4 more left. 91 runs required of 24 deliveries.
हाँ रेवा दे थर्डमैन अंदर रहने दो दादा अंदर रहो दोनों सामने पीछे जा मुन्ना जाओ सामने जाओ और ये बैट्समैन हाँ सामने सॉरी चेंज बॉलर लेफ्ट आर्म राउंड कियो सेंटर लेग स्टंप
Well, the girls' national squad, we hardly have state teams. It's just the national squad, just one game. Whereas we have very little club cricket. So men's, they have club cricket, like Colombo ball, Candy.
We're into the 17th over. Keeping things tight. They were brilliant with the bat in hand. 200 runs on the board after 20 overs. Ram 11's putting that scoreboard pressure on the VMS victors. It's not really easy to chase down a total of 200 plus on these kind of conditions. So it was always going to be a tough ask for the batters. This is very good bowling. Hitting those Yorker lanes, not giving the batters to get underneath the delivery.
Hello. දාසේ ගෝල දෙකයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ස්කෝර් එක ලකුණක් වැඩි වෙන එකක් අඩු වෙනවා. 112යි. දාසේ ගෝල් දෙකයි.
Oh, he really screamed it through backward of point. Full toss, poor bowling. All the fielders on the offside inside the circle. That really travelled like a tracer bullet. Beautiful, beautiful change of pace. Just rolling his arms over. Good comeback after that previous full toss with travel to the boundary. Couple of dot deliveries. Shot into the surface. Not sure if that was the right delivery with 5 fielders inside the circle on the offside. He just needed a little bit of bat on it. 17 overs done. 116 for 6. Vichendra comebacks. 3 overs for 15 runs and managed to grab 1 wicket. So he's about to complete his quota of 4 overs. Goes downtown. Chance, but the fielder at long on, he wasn't really charging. He just decided to make sure that he stops the ball getting past him rather than trying to go for a catch over there. Should be at least a couple of runs, or maybe the ball might just stop inside the boundary ropes. They'll come back for 3 runs. Good running between the wickets. Once again, Vichendra, he's been doing what he's good at. Slowing it down, not giving anything for you will have to generate it out of nowhere. Well, the distance. He has been very smart today with the ball in hand. And for the right-hander, it's completely the opposite. Bowling it really slow, not giving anything on offer. Dancing shoes on. That's high up in the air. But it will fall in no man's land. And it'll come back for a second run chance at the wicketkeeper's end. But he'll get back home safely. 2 runs added to the total. This time he decides to go downtown. Brilliant stroke. The execution was perfect. 1 bounce over the ropes for 4 runs. And that completes over number 18. 127 for 6.
So do you all play inside India as well, this tour? You play within India as well? Every day. Okay.
एक पॉइंट अंदर रखना
So those
एक
are
कवर अंदर रखो दो
telecasted live as well.
एक मिड विकेट अंदर रखो तीन मिड लेग पे अंदर ले लो अगर लेफ्टी है तो लेफ्टी है ना हां लेफ्टी है कवर पे जाओ
You playing Chennai as well? Chennai as well. Okay. Okay.
2 more left. 74 runs required. Now that is completely out of the equation. It's just about 11 deliveries left with that one. Just enjoy yourself. Play some big strokes. Just get a feel of it. Get yourself prepared for the upcoming games. Overall, it has been a fantastic effort by Ram Levins. They've kept things really tight. Haven't loosened the grip for a second a bit. Bowling has been spot on this morning. Oh, short pitched. Straight up in there. Chance and taken. 1 more nail on the coffin. They're just finishing things off in style here. The Ram 11s. Brilliantly taken. That'll be the 7th wicket. 129 on the board after 18.3 overs. The new man walks out to the middle. Sunil Yadav. And Kunal Baswar. What a hand he had with the bat in hand. Now with the ball in hand. 2 for 11. He's into his final over. This has been a great performance. Happy to work off the singles. 19 overs done. 131 for 7. Final over of the innings. Seventy runs required. Now that's not something that we want to discuss about. Full toss. Hammers it off. 4 runs. Rakesh Swarna bowling the final over. And he travels to the boundary. It looks like they're just trying to find the ball over there. Good shot over extra cover. 2 in 2. Batters just enjoying themselves. Just the 4 more deliveries left. Throwing it outside the off stump. Asking for trouble over there. Fails to make proper connection there. It has been an impressive performance by the Ram 11s. They've really kept their nerve, done their basics right. Oh, flashing blade. Well, looks like the fielders are feeling a little bit lazy over there. They know they have got home. but just try and finish it off positively. Through the legs. 4 runs. That's the third boundary of the over. Oh, dances down the track again. Through square leg. That's 4 more runs. It's raining boundaries. But it's just too late. As we are done and dusted. 149 runs is all they could get at the end of 20 overs. So a quite comfortable win for the Ram 11s. Taking a quick look at this. Just shaking their hands. VMS Victors winning the toss, deciding to bowl first, putting in the Ram 11s to bat. 200 of the 20 overs for the loss of 7 wickets. A brilliant batting performance right at the top, and the final touches being done as well. Key highlights: Sushil Patel 57 of 36, Kunal Bashwar 52 of 26, and Vijendra Yadav doing those final touches, 18 of 8 deliveries. Well, pick at the bowlers, Sunil Yadav, he managed to get 3 for, in fact, Rahul Padeshwara 3 for 33, and Shakti and Siddharth Kadam 1 wicket apiece. In response, VMS Victors, they managed to only get 149 for 7 in the allocated 20 overs. Mayank, the opening batter, he got off to a fly, 25 of 18. Then Vishal Pandey, he tried his best, 29 of 15. But Pathik Naik, he was brilliant at the latter part of the innings, 31 of 18. But that wasn't sufficient enough to get past that total of 200. With the ball in hand, Bashwar, he managed to grab 2 wickets. And the rest of the bowlers were brilliant with the ball in hand. So finally, Ram 11s winning this important contest by 51 runs here at the CCC grounds. Take a short break. We'll take a short break and we will be back with live action.